All right, this one doesn't look too bad. We've got a pretty easy to read chart. We've got a pretty short paragraph. Let's take a look. We need to just complete it. So let's just read what we've got and see where it goes from there. The share of the world's population living in cities has increased dramatically since 1970, but this change has not been uniform. France and Japan, for example, were already heavily urbanized in 1970, with 70% or more of the population living in cities. The main contributors to the world's urbanization since 1970 have been countries like Algeria, whose population went from. So it's about Algeria. That's the triangle, right? So here's the triangle. Focus on that. Obviously, you can't draw on this on the real test, but, write triangle on your page, on your scratch paper if you need to. So around 50% urban in 1970 to around 90% urban in 2020. So just see if that's true. 50% urban in 1970, it looks like 40%. And then 90% urban, nope, not in 2020. 2020 is, 70% urban. So no. Less than 40% urban, that seems good. In 1970 to around 90% urban in 2020, that seems wrong. So nope. Less than 20% urban, no, definitely not. That's the wrong one. That's not looking at Algeria. And around 40% urban in 1970, yep, seems good, to more than 70% urban in 2020. Yeah, just over that number. So there you go. Literally just reading the chart. There is no nuance to this question at all. The SAT considered this a medium question, which, I don't know, to me, this seems pretty easy, maybe just because the chart has more things going on, but they made it really clear what they wanted. There's really no way to look at the wrong piece here unless, you're just not reading. I don't know. So hopefully this was easy for you. But this is to me like a pretty typical kind of easy question where it's much more about the accuracy of the choices than it is about understanding the passage. The harder ones are going to bring in both the accuracy and the kind of relevance, the dumb summaries that we need to write for those passages.